What is up, everyone? I'm Jimmy.
I'm Joe.
And this is What Would Jimmy and Joe Do?
Why isn't it What Would Joe and Jimmy Do?
Because it's alphabetical, J-I before J-O.
Fair enough.
That's why I'm here.
Video assistant?
Video assistant for what?
I don't know. I don't even know why I said that.
Alphabetical.
Darn it! Hey, calm down. Get back here. We've got a huge day and a huge show to do.
Yes, that's right, because Manchester United is in town to take on the San Jose Earthquakes.
Yeah, but what are we doing here at Avaya Stadium?
Well, they're actually not playing here, but I thought we would start here because this is the cathedral for soccer in the Bay Area.
Where's the statue of Jimmy and Joe?
But the game's in Levi's, so we should probably go over there now. Okay, so we're driving over now to the stadium where the game is actually being held. But before we get over there, I wanted to talk to you about what it feels like to play against a big European club.
Yeah, I mean, it changes, I think, your emotions. You know, are running wild because it's a huge opportunity, but you're also aware of why those teams are so good, and it's really a unique day because you're playing against guys that you only watch on TV and you only discuss with your fellow teammates, sometimes as if they're mythical or they're already legends. So it's pretty surreal. I think the approach is also going to be depending on if you're starting, if you're going to be coming off the bench. I've done both. So, but it's definitely a big day, and the thing I love best about it is just the big crowds. Playing in front of that many people is always an opportunity to showcase your talent in front of so many just spectators and fans.
Now, one of the things that I find interesting, and I want you to touch upon this as well, is the fact that there's a little bit at stake here. Who do you feel like has more to lose, let's say, in these types of games? If MLS wins, then the foreign clubs can be like, "Whoa, it's our preseason. You know, we're not even in shape yet." But then if the foreign clubs win and MLS loses, then it's like MLS sucks. You know, there's no in between. It's either one or the other. But also, when MLS does win, they don't get credit either from fans that just want to hate on MLS and MLS clubs. Did you feel that as well? Do you feel like there's a sense of pride attached as players that you're representing not just your club and yourself, but also the whole league to some extent?
I think definitely in the beginning. I remember our first time against Chelsea was with the All-Star team, and
I was on that team with you.
Yeah, I think it was 2006, and
we didn't need to say that. It just dates us, but yeah, it's fine.
It was definitely at a point where the league was trying to make any gains. People thought the gap between Major League Soccer and Europe is, you know, it's like the Grand Canyon. So we were really trying to change people's perception, and I think that game was really the beginning of people recognizing Major League Soccer and their players as something more than you know, just a nice domestic league. So I don't think it's as big today because you're getting better players, there's more foreigners, the gap is already closing, and I think there's a lot more momentum than we had back in those days. But for sure, I mean, it's always an opportunity for Major League Soccer, for the players, and you know, the local team, San Jose Earthquakes. I mean, you're exposing your brand to potentially millions of people around the world.
That sounds like a lot of pressure, and in some ways it was, because I took a lot of pride. I played against Manchester United, who we're going to see today. We played against Chelsea, as you mentioned, in the All-Star game. Did you feel like deep down, and maybe I had this in me too, even though you felt like it was unrealistic, that if you played well and you showed well against a Chelsea or a Manchester United or a Barcelona or Juventus who's coming over this summer for the All-Star game, that maybe the coaches and the scouting for that club would be like, hey, that player's pretty good. Do you feel like there's an opportunity maybe for players to showcase themselves? There's
no doubt it could change your life if you have a big game today. At the very least, it's going to put your name on the map with a lot of these teams. I'm not going to say they're going to make those decisions based on one game, but it could definitely put you right there on the radar for them to watch and continue to watch and follow as your career progresses. I mean, you played against Man U in Kansas City, and that game ended up, you know.
Do you remember what happened in that game?
No.
Okay, so we played against Manchester United. Ryan Giggs, Paul Scholes, Berbatov. They had a good solid team. They started a good solid team as well.
Yeah.
I got a red card 40 minutes into the game. Berbatov got through. I held the line. My other center back did not. And I just couldn't let him have a freebie. So I tried to get back into the play and I slid through him. I got the ball.
Yeah, of course you did.
But I got a good chunk of Berbatov as well. And so I got thrown out. However, we still won, 2-1. Kai Kamara scored on a corner kick like 2 minutes later. Davey Arno had scored earlier than that. So all things considered, I have a career record of 1-0 against Manchester United. Just throwing that out there. Suck on that, Joe. Can you say the same? No, you can't. No, you can't. Whoa, Joe, look. It's the stadium. I thought you were gonna honk or something, but it's fine. There we go. We're here, everybody. Hey, we are outside of the stadium, and as we discussed in the car about playing in the game, now we're gonna do some things outside of the game, stuff that we always wanted to do when we were players, but we couldn't because we were playing. The first thing that I want to do is hang out with some true San Jose Earthquakes fans. All right? Should be easy. Let's do it. What's up, everybody? I'm looking for proper San Jose Earthquake fans, not these plastic Manchester United fans, right? We don't want any plastic fans. The Euro snobs, they're out. Let's go. Okay, let's pretend the camera isn't on. What do we think the score is going to be? I think 10-0 Quakes. Let's go.
Realistic. 3-0.
3-0 Earthquakes. Let's go. The proper fan right there. Let's go. We're going to come party with you guys afterwards. That's cool. That's what's up. That's what's up. Are we going to beat United by 3 goals or 4 goals? 5! That's what's up! Quakes for life, man. That's what's up. Let's go! Alright! Whoa, whoa, whoa. No Manchester United fans over here, please. Yes, that's what's up. Let's go, Earthquakes! Let's go, Earthquakes! Let's go, Earthquakes! Yeah, vamos! Si se puede! Let's go! Okay, Joe, my stuff's done. What do you got?
We're gonna reverse the roles a little bit. We're gonna go into enemy territory with the Man United fans. The end goal is really to go hang out and party with the fans. Can we get a beer? Can we get some food? Can we just enjoy this incredible atmosphere here at Levi Stadium? Joe.
Hi, Joe. Nice to meet you.
Matt. Matt.
Mark.
How long have you been Man United fans? Was it before Sir Alex left or right after?
Before, long before. So
long before.
Early 90s.
Just a prediction on the score?
2-1 United.
How long have you been a Man United fan?
Since I played FIFA 99.
What happens if the Earthquakes win? Like, what excuse do you guys have? Because it's your preseason or what?
We got all our players come back from the World Cup. You know, we've got Red Bear squad, young squad.
There we go. That's what I wanted to hear. Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah.
Have fun today. So we are inside the stadium. I don't know how or why they let us have access. I know why, because we're really handsome, that's why. So Joe did his thing, now it's my turn again. And what I always wanted to do, and always wanted to be, but never had the opportunity, is a ball kid. I wanted to be a ball kid, and I'm gonna live that dream now.
Hey! Look at that hustle, yes! Thanks, man!
Ball kids. That was fun. I want to do that more often. All right, Joe, you're next.
You see hordes and hordes of photographers here. I've always wanted to be one. Look behind the lens.
Here, Joe, how much is it? Press the button.
Joe, I don't know what those pictures are going to look like, but you look the part. Dream realized?
Yeah, it was a little tougher than I thought, actually. I couldn't really follow the ball.
All I want at this point is Alexis to give me a high five when he's walking off the field at halftime. All right, Joe. The show's over, but it really wasn't about the result anyway. It's about the experience, about playing a big European club and what it means both on and off the field.
I think it was about the food, personally.
He does like to eat. We got to cross some things off of our bucket list. I got to be a ball kid.
Yeah, you got to be a ball kid.
Oh man, dream realized.
The club lounge experience during San Jose.
Okay, enough about the food.
I think just being around the fans today was awesome. The tailgating before the game. So anyways, we want to thank the Earthquakes. We want to thank Man United. We want to thank everyone for access everywhere and anything we could do. We also especially want to thank the fans for making this the most incredible day. Go Earthquakes.
Exactly what Joe said. We love you guys. Later.